Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge Up, where I teach you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel, and today we will be painting this painting right here. Pretty cool one. It's a nice little sunset. A little silhouette of Arkansas. I might do a different state today though, depending on if anyone asks for one. I've done this one multiple times, so I feel like I might do a different one, different shape of a state, just for shits and gigs. So anyway, that's the painting we're doing today. Before we get started, I'll tell you what you're going to need. But before that, like always, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting like I do with all my classes. All you have to do is correctly answer my completely subjective trivia question first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice. Okay? Also, if you haven't already, like, share, follow, subscribe. Search Paint the Edge Off on everything, and you'll find me. I much appreciate that. And yeah, so what you're going to need today for this is you will need a 16 by 20 canvas. Or any size canvas. That's the one I use though, so if you want to be like me. But if you can use whatever size canvas you want. You also need some kind of easel. Okay, I've got paper towels for my oopsie daisies. I've got a water cup that I use to wash my brushes out, and you want to leave your brushes there so your brushes don't dry out. You're going to want that stuff. I got paper plates for my palette. You can use anything, but I like paper plates because they're easy and cheap. I've got a blow dryer, okay, so that helps me dry my painting quick, helps me move through my painting quickly, but blow dryer is good, nice to kind of dry your layers of paint faster. Okay, I've got a couple tools here, so I've got my pencil, alright, just a regular old pencil, and I've got two pieces of chalk here, okay, I got an orange and a blue one, just depends on which one shows up better, but I've got those, that's just basic, regular sidewalk chalk. I've always got a Sharpie. I probably won't use it too much for this one, but I've got that, and I've got 4 brushes, okay? I've got a big flat brush. I have my medium flat brush. I have my medium round brush, and I have my little baby round brush, okay? So those are my 4 brushes. Take those brushes, put them bristle down your water cup, and leave them there anytime you're not using them, okay? So we got that, and whiskey's good. I've got whiskey. That always helps. And then as paint colors, I've got black, I've got white, I've got yellow, I've got blue, I've got red, and I think I need purple actually. So, purple. Okay, so those are the colors I'm going to use. And yeah, with that being said, I think we can get started. Let's cheers. Woo! Okay, and I took 2 shots before, so that puts me at 3 shots. Oh, whoops, I went negative. Whoopsie daisy. Hold up. Whoops, there we go. Positive 3 shots. Okay, so with that, let's chat, follow along, have some fun. Let's paint the edge off. Okay, here we go. So, first thing we want to do is we just want to draw our horizon line. Now I put this a little below halfway up the canvas. If this is about the middle, I'm going to drop it down just a little bit and make myself just a nice little horizon line there, okay? That's my horizon line, all right? See that? Okay, and that's all we're drawing. Congratulations, we drew something. Let's take a shot. Accomplished our drawing aspect. Let's take a shot for that. Congratulations, everybody. Okay. Oh, add 1 to my shot counter. Ooh, 4 shots already. Okay, let's start painting. So what we want to do first, let's take some yellow, some red, some blue, all of our primary colors there, and won't hurt to get some white on there. Okay, and with that being said, let's take our big brush out of our water cup, tap it off so you feel fancy. All right, take your big brush there, and let's start with our yellow paint. It's pronounced yellow. The O-W are pronounced A-H, yellow. Okay, we got our yellow paint, and let's take this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our sky. We're going to kind of make a little gradient, a little gradient from yellow to red, or to orange to red to purple to blue. all that and work our way up. Okay, so let's take our yellow paint here, and let's just start right here, right above my horizon line there. It's going to go right across, and I'm going to go all the way to the edges. Now, granted, my yellow is not going to go up this far. It's going to turn to orange pretty quick, but always when you're mixing, I always go a little bit past the area because you want to give yourself kind of that blend zone, in the blend zone as they call it. All the pros call it that. I didn't just make it up. There we go. Okay, now let's take some red. Let's make some orange. Okay, let's take a little drop of red. Okay, mix that with our yellow. All right, now we got ourselves some orange. Hey, how is everybody out there? What's up? What's up? Let's take some orange there, and let's just go right above this. Let's start right above. Now we kind of got this hard line, right? Now we want to blend that. So what we want to do is just kind of go right over that line. Just keep brushing. Now, a lot of the mistakes I see with people is they say, oh, it's not, oh, I need to add more yellow. Oh, now I need to add more orange. Now I need to add more yellow. Really, you just need to brush what's already on your canvas. All right, and it will slowly blend into that. Okay, so that's what you need. All right, what's up, everybody? Oh, hey. So we got our orange. Let's go to red. So I'm not washing my brush out because, like I said, this is all kind of blending as we go. After red, I'll probably wash my brush because I don't want the orange mixing in with blue. That makes a turd color. We don't want turd colors, okay? I'm going to take some red on my brush. Get some red here. Might get a little bit more water as you go. This is a new color. Hasn't had any water mixed in. Might mix a little bit of water in with it. Give it some water. It's thirsty. All right. Okay, got our red. Now, let's just make a nice thin strip here of red. I call that thin. It's not really that thin, but whatever. And then again, I'm just going to keep blending, so I'm just going to work my brush down. If I feel like it's red, now red's a strong color, can take over fast. Okay, so, every so often I might even wipe the paint off my brush, okay? Oh, yeah. There we go. And there we go. So it's going to go up to red. We're going to go to purple, then blue. Okay. And that's a pretty good start there. Okay. Now, with blending, I like to kind of work fast because you want to work it while it's still wet, Hey, everybody. Everybody's talking so fast. I don't know what to say. Broccoli gang, broccoli. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and wash our brush out. Nice washing. And I just swish it back and forth in here. Okay, get it nice and washed out. And it doesn't have to be perfectly clean, but wash most of that red out. Let's get some red and some blue here. Let's make ourselves a nice purple. Now you might mess with this. Now, purple's your darkest color. You're gonna mix just with the colors on themselves. So it's gonna come out looking real dark. See how dark that is? It's okay. That's a good thing. Let's put that right above our red. Ooh, so dark. I'm going to take my brush, take some paper towels, wipe some of that off of there. There we go. And I'm just going to do the same thing I've been doing. Just keep blending away that hard edge you see between the colors. Boom. Oh, wow. Now that goes real dark there real fast. On the camera, it looks a little more severe than it does in real life. Okay, but let's blend that together, and then let's move on to blue quickly before this dries. Now, I'm going to mix a little bit of white with my blue. Okay, let's get some white. My white. And let's mix we don't need a ton of white, just a little bit of white. Mix it with a bunch of our blue. So just lighten it up a little bit. It's not much lighter. Just a touch lighter, okay? So I'm going to start with that and kind of start at the top. All right. Work my way down. Grab another big old scoop of white light blue. And let's go all the way, just left and right, left and right. Take that down to this dark purple color. Now this is where kind of lighten it up here at the blue. We kind of take this down, and this is where blending, the main thing is just kind of knowing when to stop. You kind of get these nice light colors in there. If you go forever, it'll just you'll lose all these cool little variations. It'll just be like one solid color. Okay, that's about where you want to stop. Okay, congratulations, we did the sky. Let's take a shot. Let's see. So with the is that the German flag? I don't know. What is the blue's not in the German flag, right? With that, let's go ahead and take a shot. And then I'll put my trivia question up if you want to win a free painting. Okay, we're going to go back to light yellow. So I'm going to get some yellow and some white on a new plate here. I'm going to put my trivia question up. So as you all know, the Met Gala was recently took place. Whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's see. What? Okay, hold on. I'll get that question in a second there. Today's trivia question is, in honor of the Met Gala, I'm a big fashion person, so who wore it best, okay? The shirt, no pants look, okay? It's a it's a fashion statement. Is it A, Donald Duck, B, Winnie the Pooh, C, Chip, D, Dale, E, Squidward, F, Porky Pig, G, Fred Flintstone, H, Rocco, I, Wacko from Animaniacs, or J, everyone's beautiful in their own way, all right? That's your trivia question for today. Mull it over, okay? It's serious question. Okay, we got some guesses. We got Winnie the Pooh. Someone guessed Porky Pig. Okay. Jakarta said B first, so I'm going to give, you got the first one there. Snake Bite X, they already said B, so, Squidward. Okay, Alex says Squidward. Okay, that's our trivia question today. I'll bring that back up in a minute as we go. But just, think about that. Really study it, okay? Like I said, I'm a fashionista. Okay, was it Purdy, I think, asked me if I would rather download Tinder or Hinge? I've never had Hinge. However, my current lady, we met on Tinder, so I guess I'd go with Tinder. I don't know. I'm just so happy I don't have to be on those anymore. They're so stressful. Well, they're just not stressful. They're just, annoying. I don't know what to tell you. I would just do them all, just do them all. She's looking at me right now. Okay, let's take some yellow and some white. My white. Mix those together. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get those mixing. Get ourselves a nice light yellow, super light yellow, okay? Love you stocks people. Lacey Alex says hi. My dog says hi too. Okay, let's take some light yellow. What we're going to do is we're going to do our water here. What we're going to do is we're going to go straight down the middle. I'm just going to go just a nice skinny line. Nice skinny little light yellow. Okay, now that's not too wide. It's about 4 fingers wide for me, okay? Okay, nice light yellow. What we want to do now is I'm going to go back to my orange here. Actually, I'm just going to grab red. Let's just take some red here. Put some red on our brush. And let's go ahead and put some red out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, I'm going to put... So what we're going to do is I'm going to put some of these on the edges, on the sides here. The outside edges of our yellow. Now, I don't want a ton of paint here because I want this to blend, but I don't want to go too far in the middle. I want to leave that kind of light yellow in the middle. I don't want to leave it. In fact, I might even wipe some of the paint off my brush. My dog's name is actually Rant. His name's Amarant because that was my favorite Final Fantasy character when I was a kid in Final Fantasy IX. But I call him Rant because Rant's also one of my favorite Chuck Palahniuk books. And he's just a little rant now. Now he's just a little rant. Good dog. Blue healer. A little crazy sometimes, but he's a good dog. Okay, so we kind of got this blending, from light yellow to red there. And then let's take some blue. I'll take some lighter blue. Maybe not a ton. Maybe get a little bit more of my dark blue mixed in so it's not super light. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go back into this and put these other colors, just these horizontal kind of little lines of colors, some streaks of color in there. Now what I like to do here is I do like to pull towards the middle when I get out here to the outside. And once we do this, we've got our first layer done. Okay, and we'll blow dry that. We'll keep back in colors. And yeah, here we go. So what's everybody been up to? So if you've been watching, me and my girlfriend we're watching all the Star Wars in chronological order. Episode 1, 2, 3, then Solo, then Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We finished all that. And now we're watching Harry Potter because I've never seen Harry Potter. So I'm on the 5th movie, on the middle of the 5th movie. Okay, let's put the trivia question back up. I'm going to blow dry, and then we'll keep going, okay? And while we do that, let's take ourselves a couple shots. I've never seen Harry Potter, I know. Everyone actually mostly the ladies are like, how have you never seen Harry Potter? Oh my god. And I don't know, I just never, I will tell you this. When I was in 6th grade, that's right when Harry Potter came out, that also tells you how old I am. Do the math. Something like, I don't know if it was right when, I'm pretty sure it's right when it came out. I was in 6th grade, like the first book. And I read the first one and was like, meh, not for me, whatever. I like Lord of the Rings. Because you had to read so many books for, our accelerated reading program here in the States. But I never watched any of the movies, so I kind of knew what the first one was about, vaguely, but I didn't really watch any of the other ones, so. But I tell you, I'm on the 5th one, and I'm in. I'm all in. So you might catch me talking in some British accents today. All right. Okay, maybe it's a minute. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at guesses for trivia question. Okay, this should probably dry. Yeah, it's dry. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking back at okay. The answer is AI. AI. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead now. What we're gonna do is let's take our chalk now. All right. Did I add? Let's take another shot because I don't know if I added on my shot counter for the last one I took. So let's go ahead and do another one just to be safe. Okay. I'm at least 6, right? Okay. What we want to do is we want to take our chalk, okay? Let's see what shows up better. I think, let's see how that shows up and how this shows up. Blue might be better. Okay, what we want to do is we want to draw in some clouds, okay? So, here's how you draw clouds, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is how a lot of people draw clouds. Okay, that's a bad cloud. Alright? Bad cloud. Or just not a cloud for us, okay? Let's draw clouds like this. Let's put a straight line going across. Might be a little hard to see. Let me draw a little darker. Okay, and then what we want to do is taper it up so it kind of starts skinny on the end, very small. And then I kind of do some little bumps. Gets big in the middle, then it kind of comes down. This one goes off the edge, but it goes tall, and it kind of comes back down, okay? Let's see. Licking paint, I don't know. Huffing paint, oh yeah. But I do like, the thing about the chalk though is, yeah, if you don't like it, you lick your finger and it comes off. And it doesn't get you high, but it does settle your heartburn. Okay, let's put another line right here. Oh yeah, oh fuck yeah. Alright, we got a little tall little there. Okay, there's a little kind of a mountain. That's a little too, I mean, I'm kind of put that on one big arch there. That's what I'll do. Okay, let's do another one. This one, let's try to change it up. Maybe this one goes a little further, skinnier. I kind of got one little boink. This one's a little smaller, huh? There we go. Let's put a little tiny one up here. Ooh, this one's itty bitty. Maybe a little shorter too. There we go. There's our... I dropped my chalk. There's our clouds. Okay. Okay, we drew clouds. Okay, I think that's all we gotta draw. So let's go ahead. Before we get to the clouds, let's take our small flat brush now. Small flat brush. Medium flat brush, whatever you want to call it. Smaller than the big one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting some of these color lines in the bottom, in the water. Then we'll do our clouds, and then hopefully by the time we get our clouds done, the water stuff will be dry, and we'll bounce back to that. Okay, let's take our small flat brush. Let's start with our light yellow. What we're going to do is kind of start with our light colors, work our way out. We'll leave the blues and the greens for later. But let's do some yellows and some oranges and some reds a little bit in there. Let's take our brush. Now I want to make skinny lines, so I want to stir my water in, get it all mixed in with my paint. But then if I want to make skinny lines, what I want to do, it gets kind of clumped up, it gets kind of fat there. And nothing wrong with being fat, unless you're a brush. Then you want to take it and kind of scrape it off on the side, and then kind of lay it down flat, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through. There we go. And what we want to do is we want to kind of start here in the middle. Let's just kind of do some little... Now, one thing I will do is I'll make kind of some smaller, skinnier lines at the top. It's like itty-bitty ones. They're kind of clustered up, like so. And as I go down, I'll make them a little longer, a little more spread out. You know, by the time I get down here, I'm kind of pressing down harder and really spacing them out. Okay, this is called, perspective, I think, or something like that. It makes it seem like it's closer. What is that called? Hysteria. There we go. All right, then as I get out here in the blues, I might just make some smaller, wispier, smaller ones. Okay. Hey, by the way, Mikey, you were supposed to pick out... Well, actually, no. I was going to pick out some of my least popular paintings to send you, but you never... I need that address, bro, or I can't send you anything. Okay, so there's some yellow. Let's get some of our orange. Orange door hinge. All right. Orange. And let's do the same thing, but we're going to kind of move out of the middle. We put a few of these little bumps in these little colors kind of bumping into the middle section. For the most part, we're going to kind of move our way out here. Maybe a little bit out in the blue. But most of these are going to be kind of like moving out, out of the way from the middle. Oh, very pink, very pink. There we go. Enough of that. Let's get some red. And do the same thing with red base. I'm not really washing my brush out. Red's a strong enough color. It's just going to take over your orange color anyway. So let's get some red, and let's do kind of the same thing here. Let's just kind of start in here, bring some of these. Now red's kind of the first really cool color, the kind of really awesome color that like it shows up in the blue and the red and the yellow. It's such a strong color. But I do want to make some of these kind of smaller and more clustered up. Ooh, I didn't kind of mess that up. Whatever. Let's put some smaller ones up here at the top. As we go down, again, bigger ones, more spread out. Gives it that sense that it's closer to you. A little longer. Okay, there we go. So we get some of these reds going out. Lock so. Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay, so now we've got some light yellows, some reds, some oranges. We've got kind of our warm colors going on. Now, let's really wash our brush out because we want to go to white. So if there's any other paint in your brush that's going to change the color of white, you want it to be pure and clean. Okay, and then that way the white will show up nice and clear and bright white. Yeah, Mikey, put your address on here for everyone to see. I also need a social security number. Also, what was your favorite teacher in high school? You know, maybe your mother's maiden name? Credit card information would be good. Okay, we've washed our brush out. Let's take a shot. You know, I kind of get it though, because like, I legitimately just need an address to send paintings to, and sometimes I get it when people on the internet are like, I'm not giving my address. Makes total sense. But if you give me any address, I will send it to that. You can give me a Wendy's address and just go there and be like, hey, if a painting shows up here, just give it to me. I don't care what, but I'm just saying, I will send a painting if I have an address to send it to. Okay, shots. Should I just donate instead of send him a painting? Okay. Send him a tweet, cheese, and just use some money. Yeah. I don't want money. What do you mean? I just want to send him a free painting. I send free paintings because I have too many paintings. I have to do something with them. Like, I don't have enough space in my house for all the paintings I have. So I give them away as just like get these out of my house. I have too many. Okay, let's take our brush. We've washed out. Let's get some white paint. And we'll start filling our clouds in white. Then we'll take some light yellow and some light purple. And we'll add in, you know, a little bit of like lights and darks in our shadows. NFTs. Ooh. You can give me money if you want. Oh, you want to give me money? Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, let's take some white paint and let's go ahead and start filling this in. Now I'm just going to turn my brush sideways, make a little skinny line. And let's just go ahead. Now I want to make this nice and thick amounts of paint because, again, I'm going to blend some yellow and some purple in with this. So we want this to be nice and thick. The first layer, because I just mixed my water in with the paint, it's going to be a little bit more transparent than it will be here in a minute. But there we go, okay? Let's fill in all of our clouds, get those nice and thick. Now, I would recommend at the beginning just going fast. Don't worry too much about the shape. It's a freaking cloud, you know? If you mess up, you can't mess up the shape of a cloud too much. I mean, you can, I guess, but... Oh, excuse me. You mainly just want a nice, thick amount of paint. Nice, thick cloud so it's still wet, so you still have time to mix in your other colors. That's the real objective here. Now, if you're doing this at home, you're following along, you know, you could go one cloud at a time. But, you know, because I'm going fast, you know, so if you're like, want to take more time, you could go one cloud at a time, do the white, then the yellow, then the purple, you know, and mix them all in, you know, and then wash your brush out, move on to the next one. But since I'm doing this live, time is of the essence for me. I go fast. I want to go fast. And you know what? I'm going to put one more cloud down here. Kind of gets in higher. There we go. This is going to be a nice long cloud. There we go. Hey, there we go. Okay, now before our paint dries, let's move fast. Let's get some light yellow. Now what I want to do is we're going to put the light yellow on the bottom as if to reflect the sun there on the old sunset. Okay, I just kind of put that on the bottom, a nice hard amount. Now that's hard to see on the, but you can see I put a little yellow on the bottom and I kind of blended it up. Okay, so it's darker yellow on the bottom or more saturated bright yellow or whatever you want to call it. But guys, I went to art school, okay, and I didn't learn much, but what I did learn was how to be pretentious. Okay, so what you want to do really if you're trying to sell your artwork is just be a pompous asshole. I think that's what I got from art school was you know, if you are kind of loose and you're not really detail oriented or not real exact, just say, ooh, you have a very playful, you have a very playful aspect to your brushstrokes. Or say, ooh, it's very expressive, you know, something like that. So if you're painting at home, you want to feel like a real, true artist, go ahead, stop, take a break and say, evocative. Okay, say something like that. What I do, I does what I likes, and I likes. Thank you. That's interesting. Here we go. So I'm putting a little bit of yellow on the bottoms. Put some yellow on your bottoms. Kind of blend it up. Now, quickly, wash your brush out. What we want to do is before the white dries, let's wash our brush out and get some light purple. So let's get our purple paint. Looks blue on the camera, but it's purple, I promise. Get some of that on here. Let's mix that. Let's take make sure our little brush, our medium flat brush is washed out pretty clean. Let's get purple and white. We need lots of white for this. We want to really make this a light purple. There we go. It's a nice light purple. Alright, doesn't have to be this exact shade, just as long as it's a light purple. And now I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. I'm going to kind of go up on the top here. Then I'll kind of like mix that in. Now I'm moving fast. Now I might even have to add more white in the middle because my white's already drying a little bit. Again, if you're doing this at home, I'd recommend maybe just going one at a time if you want this to be really nice looking. Do as I say, not as I do, that kind of thing, you know. There we go. A little bit of purple. This one's, okay, yeah, that one's really watery because that was the first cloud I painted, and the white was a little more watery than these are. Okay, however, these are drying a little bit faster. Okay, so there we go. I got purple and yellow. Now, the last thing I might do, if you want to really blend those in, and I'm kind of blending a little bit better, wash your brush out. Okay. Ricky Bobby, shake and bake. Let's get some more white. So I can get a little bit more white on my brush, and now if I really want to kind of blend this a little better, I can take a little bit of white in here, just lightly, kind of play with that, lightly just kind of brush her in. Maybe I'll put a little bit more in here. This one's kind of... the good thing about clouds is they can kind of be whatever you want. There's no textbook for clouds. Maybe there is. Actually, I'm sure there is. Somebody who's like going to be a meteorologist is like, yes, there is. But you know, for painting clouds, you know, you can do whatever you want. Friggin' cloud, am I right? It's a friggin' cloud. Okay, we did our clouds. Yes. Let's take a shot. Keep going. Let me put my trivia question up and take me another shot. Okay, so we got our clouds in. We got some extra colors in the water, and then we'll put some more colors in the water, and then we'll start with the black. Okay, that's really where it gets real. Yeah. Really? Okay, 8 shots, bitches. Okay, let's go here. Okay. See, Purdy, I think someone already guessed it. Was that you that guessed? We've got quite a few guesses. You guessed AI, which that's cheating. That's 2, okay? You're painting pantless. I am wearing pants. See that? I'm not Donald Ducking it today. Wearing pants. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go down to our water again. Sure, this red and stuff's dry. Yeah, it's dry. Okay, now we want to add some blues, some greens. Okay, and some whites. Okay, so but we're gonna do probably white last because I want that to be kind of the final thing on top, kind of shimmer. Oh, thank you, Purdy. I work on my ass all the time. Constantly doing my ass workouts. Okay, let's take some white. Oh, wait, I'm going to take this trivia question down. Okay. Now it's got some light blue here, okay? So we're going to take some of this light blue. It may be too light, though. It's a little too light for me. Let's get it back closer to this color. A little bit more blue than I've got mixed in right now. Okay, maybe a little time for maybe a little more water. So my paint's getting a little drier. It's going to sit on the plate for a minute. All right. Now again, I want to make skinny lines. So let's scrape it off on the side there a little bit. I do all 4 sides. I do mostly the front and back. Then I also do the sides there. Then I lay it down, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through. That keeps my brush nice and skinny. See how skinny it is? Okay, let's take that and let's go ahead and put some little lines kind of in here, okay? Small ones. Now this one will be real careful with because this is going to show up. See how strong that shows up? It's a very big contrast there. So these are kind of important lines, okay? So don't fuck them up, all right? All right. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, I like that. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Now down here, let's press down a little harder, make it a little thicker, a little bigger. Oh, yeah. Why does it look like everything's leaning to one side? Is that just me? It does look like that, doesn't it? All right, let's start going with this angle. See, now this is where the blues and the greens really start to like pop. Groban likes his ladies to pop, okay? Now let's do one through the middle there. That's pretty straight, but it still looks like it's leaning a little bit. Maybe my camera, maybe that's what I need to be doing. Maybe it's just kind of tilted down. That's about flat. Okay, whatever. You know what? Let's paint. Hey, Trash Gold Socks, you're right. Let's paint. Let's just paint. Right after I take this shot of whiskey. Okay, we got blue. Let's do some green. Now I've got my light yellow here. Let's take some blue. Let's just take some blue to this. So we want this to be a nice light yellowy green. A nice light, kind of like, you know, like a lime green mixed with some white. My white. Okay, now, every so often, you know, as a fancy pants artist, I told you some fancy things to say about your painting, so you feel fancy. But, you know, every once in a while it's good to bring yourself back down to earth. And so, I'm going to give you some, you know, fancy art things I learned in art school. Some things you can say to really bring yourself back down. Say, I would look at your painting now and say, derivative. Okay, do that. And that will help, okay? Because you don't want to get too pretentious. You want to be a pretentious butthole for sure, but, you know, every once in a while, bring it down a notch, you know? So derivative's a good thing to say if you're feeling you don't know everything. This is one of my best friend's bands. Where you've been is what you seen. There are places in between. Wanna go. Okay, now I don't want to overdo the green. I can easily, but let's not overdo it. Maybe I want to do something right through here, though. I feel like there's I need to break up that a little bit. Okay, now, before we move on, so there's just the final things we want to do to the water there. We want to add another layer of white, and then if there's a place we want to do some yellow, maybe that too, okay? Oh, Purdy, you still watching? Okay. You know what, Purdy, you're from Ohio? Ayahuasca? I'm going to do this in the shape of Ohio. Screw Arkansas. Okay, let's wash our brush out real good. Let's get some white paint. There are places in between you want to go. Okay, let's get some white paint. Now, once you wash your brush out, a lot of times, if your paint color, if your water paint water is a little, well, I'm going to do Ohio. I'm not going to do Columbus. I'm going to do Ohio. Or maybe if I look up where Columbus, Ohio is, I can put a little star in that spot. Or if it's in the water, maybe put a little fishy. Or put, you know, a UFO. Okay, I got some white paint now. Let's put some, what we want to do is put most of the whites down the middle. Next, let's start with some small ones, just kind of going down through the middle. Again, as I go, I'll make longer white brush strokes, okay? No more spaced out. It's also a good time for where you want to cover something up. You don't like a certain line, you know, you can cover it up. You definitely want to put some white through these spots. Don't let the colors overtake the middle. You want this to be mostly light in the middle. It's the whole point, you know. There's like a sun friggin' setting here, you know. And then after that, you could put, you know, some littler, you know, whites kind of going out from, you know, the middle. What you see is what you know. What you know is that you don't everything. Okay, I'm getting a little drunk, so it's getting a little sloppier, but you know what? Okay, there's that. Let's, you know, I think that's pretty good. Maybe I'll put a little bit more light yellow, and then I'm going to be done with the water. Yeah, let's go to light yellow. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go to light yellow. Let's take a shot, too. Okay, we'll go to light yellow, and we'll put some light yellow spots down here, and then we'll put some light yellow in the sky, too. Surprise, surprise, that's what I'm doing. Potter. Been watching Harry Potter lately. Potter. Brilliant, isn't it? Isn't it? Brilliant. Isn't it brilliant, isn't it? That's most of what I picked up from Harry Potter. Brilliant, isn't it? Isn't it? Brilliant. Potter. 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 Do my Alan Rickman impression. Potter. No, you don't, Potter. I'm watching you, Potter. Potter. Oh, see, I'm so bad at counting my shots. Oh, man. I always forget to do my shots. Okay, light yellow. Now, this is where, again, you're just kind of reinforcing. You've probably lost some of that yellow in the middle because you put these different colors through the middle. So now is where you want to go back, put some of these back through some areas. Don't cover everything up, but, you know, there's some areas that get a little crazy with color. Let's go back with that light yellow, you know. Know everything. There we go. Okay, now let's also take some light yellow. Let's put some little, hey, let's put some little yellow streaks through our sky. Why not? Do whatever you want here. You can put other colors in through here. I like adding some light yellow. Boom. Boom. Now, what we want to do next is blow dry, rethink our lives for a minute, and we're going to do some black. I'm going to take one more shot. So yeah, I don't know. I like Harry Potter, you know. It started out... You know, actually, before I get to that, when we were rewatching the Star Wars films, so we watched them all in order and everything. And I'm like watching the prequels, and I'm like, man, these are so like silly, you know. But then by the time I get to the old ones, I'm like, I guess you know, Star Wars is kind of like a funny, silly franchise. I don't know, like watching it, you just like I just remember all the cool lightsaber fights as a kid. And you go back and rewatch them, it's like, yeah, a lot of the stuff's really silly. A lot of it was pretty cool. I'd say my favorite Star Wars, though, for sure. All right, one's got to be... I mean, Rogue Squadron is just my favorite. It's just the most badass one. It feels like a real... There's actual stakes. People die in that movie. It's not funny, really. So I really like that one. 2 is definitely Empire Strikes Back. And then 3, I just love Revenge of the Sith. You know, they kill all the freaking Jedi. Like, it's hardcore. I like it. So that's kind of the conclusion I came to. The last 3 are cool, but they just don't feel like Star Wars. Like the newest ones, they just feel like another J.J. Abrams movie to me. And it's cool. It's kind of like when I saw the new Star Trek, because I never liked Star Trek, but I like the movies. So I'm like, oh, this is a cool movie. That's making me like Star Trek. So, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of felt, and then I'm like, maybe Star Trek and, you know, Star Wars should have their own feel to them. You know what I'm excited to see is that Ghostbusters movie. The Ghostbusters movie looks like it might be really good because the Ghostbusters movie is done by the guy who made the first Ghostbusters. It's his kid, and he, you know, he's like lives and breathes Ghostbusters. So I bet that'll be good. It is about kids instead of adults, so that might be kind of weird. Okay. Harry Potter, though, is pretty cool. Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter's pretty cool. Okay. Let's draw. I'm going to do the state of Ohio. Okay, let's draw in our state now. Now let's take, I'm going to do blue. Who knows why. Okay, now what we want to do is kind of like map out what state you're doing. You know, you can do any state you want. This one's going to be kind of drooping down. I'm going to cut off a lot on this side. But this side I'll get a lot of. So let's go ahead and draw in, you know, kind of let's get our big shape in. You want to kind of set, you know, like a little border. Like this is kind of where, let's just go ahead and draw a border in. This is kind of where we want to keep our painting in, okay? Well, excuse me. And I want to get a lot in here in the middle. So let's make, maybe this will be the corner. Okay. Let's make it as big as we can. So let's definitely take it to the left and right quadrants as much as we can. All right. So let's definitely go here. I'm looking at the state of Ohio. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's take that up there. Something like that. Someone here's a little notch. Alright, let's go with that. Okay, and then it's going to start cutting in a little bit. Oh, a little bit there. Kind of feeling. Now, if you're painting this at home, you're going to realize, like, oh, I'm cutting out a lot of the things I painted. Yes, you are. And, you know, that's one of those things that, you know, really, that's one of the best lessons I did learn in college, though, for real, is we did a painting, and she said, okay, now I want you to paint over 75% of it. Only leave your favorite, you know, you know, quarter of the painting. So I had to paint over 3/4 of my painting. It's one of my favorite paintings. And then you add to, you do something totally different than the other. Then you paint over most of that, you know. And it's really actually a pretty good, you know, exercise. And you know me, the king of exercise. How do you think I had this lean figure? Okay, there we go. That's Ohio-ish. Okay, it's a little weird, but you know, it's kind of close. You know, I kind of wanted to go, okay. Sheesh, okay, let's just take this over a little bit. Let's bring this out. Alright, it's not perfect, okay? Now, if I was doing this at home, I would probably have already planned out which state I was doing and stuff. But let's make this a little wider. Yeah, you know, it's Ohio, whatever. The bottom's a little wonky, okay? Okay? Lay off me, alright? Alright, okay. Now what we want to do is we're also going to draw in where our clouds are. Oh, my stinking trivia question's still up. Okay, so what we want to do is, what we want to do now is draw where our tree line's going to be, okay? So here's our horizon line, right? What I want to do now is kind of make a little, you know, a little line. It kind of goes down the middle, and on both sides it kind of goes up, right? I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to do it on the water and in the sky. And there we go. Okay, that's all we really need now. That's kind of hard to see, but I drew a line here, I drew a line there, I drew a line here, and a line there. Okay, that kind of shows me where I'm going to put my tree line, okay? Let's take another shot. I'm trying to think of the most egregious thing in Star Wars that was. I liked all the Star Wars movies, honestly. The last three just feel not as Star Wars as the rest of them. Rogue One kind of didn't either, and Rogue One's probably my favorite. Okay. Okay, let's take black paint. Let's start with our big brush. Let's get some black paint on the paper plate. We'll start with our big brush, and we will start. We want to get a lot of black paint, okay? Like a lot, because we're gonna paint a lot of stuff in black. Take our big brush. Let's start our big brush in with our black paint, and we're gonna start filling some stuff in. Let's get the big sections filled in. Then I'll take a minute and I'll try to focus and put the details in. Let's take our big brush and let's start filling some shiz in. I'm just going to go around the edges first because it's safe. And get these big sections filled in. Go as close to my, lines as I can without going into them. All the music on my stream are local friends that are awesome musicians. This particular man's name is Wordplay DJ. He's fucking awesome. Look up Wordplay TJ. He's fucking awesome. Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a lot of the outside stuff blocked in black. And then I'm also going to paint my side edges and my top edge. And then after that, then I'll go in my smaller brush and kind of get my details, okay? I don't know. What do you think about Star Wars and Harry Potter? I'm on the 5th Harry Potter. I think my favorite so far is Prisoner of Azkaban. That's a pretty freaking cool one. Goblet of Fire was like, oh, this is the high school episode, And then, of course, at the end, it's like, here's some real shit. Kind of gets you. So that was a cool one. That was a lot cooler. I mean, it was a good movie. I feel like a lot of people think that one's really good. And I agree it's a good. I just like the third one better. It didn't feel like the first two, so I think that was cool. Well, it's not like they're all the exact same. I like that. But yeah, now I'm painting my top edge and my side edges here. And then I'm gonna go back with my small brush and put some detail in. I don't know, what was y'all's favorite Harry Potter movie? Or favorite Star Wars movie? Because we just binge watched all of all of Star Wars, and we're in the middle of Harry Potter now. My name is Drunk Bob Ross, okay? Not important, also, another great man, great person. He's a good stream, you should follow his stream. No, I looked up a picture of the state of Ohio, and that's the best I could do. It's a little squished, I feel like. But look, I'm doing the best I can. And I think, to make it better if I take probably one more shot. That'd probably make it better. I'll probably get better if I take one more shot. Okay, let's see. Again, the Met Gala was last night, and you guys know what a huge fashion fan I am. I was looking at a lot of celebrities, okay? Some of them being cartoon characters, but all the same. Who wore it better? Who wore the shirt, no pants look better? Okay, we've got a lot of Donald Duck. He's kind of the original, really. Woody the Pooh, Chip, Dale, Squidward more modern, more minimalist. Okay, Porky Pig, another old one, you know. Fred Flintstone, maybe even more original. He's up there with old Donald Duck. Rocco from Rocko's Modern Life. Wacko from Animaniacs. Or is everyone beautiful in their own way? Okay, that's the question we really need to ask ourselves, okay? See, Smiley. I do live classes, and I was doing it before the pandemic. I was doing live painting. Actually, that's what happened. I was doing live painting classes, and the pandemic happened, and I'm like, well, people already paid money to come to my class, so I did it live online. It's not the same, but I did it. And then since then, I just slowly started doing it more online. Okay, Eden Brewy Mylar Wared says Porky Pig. I don't know who this person is, but you're way off, okay? Don't get the wrong glass and drink. Oh, you know what? I didn't add my last shot, though. I know that. Or did I? Did I add my last shot? I'm at least at 11. You know, that's actually a good message. Don't get your glasses mixed up and drink paint water. That's a real thing. And people have done that in my classes. They get drunk and they just start drinking whatever's beside them. Oh, hey, what's that cup? It's full of acrylic paint water. By the way, Purdy, if you're watching, whoever wins today, I'm probably not going to put this up on my giveaway paintings. I'm probably just going to save this one for you and send it to you because it's Ohio. Maybe I'll put on my giveaway paintings, and if someone else is from Ohio, so I do need to do some other states, you know. Okay, I'm going to look up where Columbus, Ohio is, and maybe I'll put something where that is. What are you guys saying to me? I'm so bad at reading when I'm drunk. Don't get wrong. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. What else? Fantasy football. That's unfortunately a part of my life. It just takes me. I like football. I'm unfortunately a Detroit Lions fan. But you know what? This year, Matthew Stafford, Detroit Lions quarterback for 12 years, now at the Los Angeles Rams. And I'll tell you this. The Lions' new coach once again, starting over once again. It doesn't matter. They're always bad, usually bad. Sometimes they're average to above average at best. And, you know, this year I'm more concerned. I'm going to, watch some more Rams. I'm more of a Rams fan. Rams are going to replace... I just have a second team to root for that I actually want. There's actually a player I want to win on that team. You know, your girl's the vegan cat. Stop out. Best vegan cafe? Oh. A vegan. What do they offer? A vegan cafe. What's the cafe offer? Cafes like sandwiches. A vegan ham sandwich. And vegan cheese. You know what I like? Red meat. I gotta tone it back. Don't you feel like a lot of the diet stuff keeps changing and it's like, I wonder how much of this is just people guys, they're just I like red meat, can't be bad for you, and they just never acknowledge the fact yeah, red meat's probably not very healthy for you. Oh, okay, there's a little link. If you're on Twitch, there's a link to an awesome vegan restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, you should stop by that restaurant. I mean, I'm taking this off a fan, maybe it's terrible. Who knows? And yoga room. Robert Kraft go there, get a free massage at that vegan restaurant. Birdie, someday I'm gonna come to Columbus, Ohio, and the day I do, you're the first person I'm hitting up. Okay, this is Sunset, Ohio, not Sunset, Arkansas. Every once in a while, dip your water or your brush back in water, because this black paint tends to dry out pretty quick. Now, for a lot of the straight edges, I turn my brush on that skinny side. Okay, now here we go. Now this is, we want to make a nice, hard, solid edge. This is where you especially want to get some water mixing with your paint. Get your brush nice. A lot of paint mixed in there. Get that water mixing so you got a nice, healthy, viscous, I don't know if viscous is a word, but a nice, flowy amount of paint. Flip it over side by side, get it nice and flat. Get a nice solid chunk on there, and let's just go. Let's just go. Now I want to fill in those sides there. Let's get that. Here we go. Ooh, wee. Now we're not done. What we gotta do now is put in our trees there, okay? Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna start with my small flat brush. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a thin black line all the way across here. Here we go. There's a thin black line. The thin black line. You remember that movie, The Thin Black Line? Okay, there we go. Now let's take our medium round brush. Pajingo, right here. Let's get this black paint on here. Ooh, let's take another shot actually, you know? That'll settle my heartburn. So another shot of whiskey. Okay. Okay. Let's take our little round brush, get some black paint. Here's what I want to do. Start in the very middle. Let's just start dotting. And kind of like just go up in kind of vertical lines. Just kind of dot up. As we go out to the edges, let's just dot a little harder. Okay, let's get some bigger, more clumped up dots. Okay. We're just gonna do this all the way to get out to the sides. You don't have to go straight in a straight line, you know, have it kind of dip and have some peaks and valleys there. Alright, there we go. There we go. And then fill this in. Now you might leave some spots kind of showing through, like leaves. You can kind of see some of that sky through there. Once you get at the bottom, not much at the bottom, but maybe towards the top you can leave some more of those stuff peeking through. There we go. Down here we definitely make this pretty solid black in there. You know, have some spots peeking through. Maybe this is even too much. Okay. Okay, I'm taking my pants off. Oh, that was the best comment so far. Thank you, Birdie. I'm taking my pants off. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. Alright, so definitely solid along the bottom there where the horizon line is. Bottom of them there trees. Okay, and then let's leave a little empty space in the very middle. We'll kind of put some little, you know, dab it up. A little dab it going higher and higher on the outsides. Could be. It could be. Sorry, I'm from Arkansas. Most of my friends' bands are bluegrass, but that's just the way life is. Okay, I don't know what to tell you guys, okay? If I was from LA, more of my friends would be rappers, okay? But I'm just not from LA. I'm from Missouri and Arkansas. But you know they're great people, okay? So whatever. Okay, now down in the water. Let's do this now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of mimic these areas, but a little lighter. Okay, we're gonna make reflections. They're not totally exactly the same. I'm gonna do a little left and right kind of motion here, and just very wispy. But I'm gonna kind of keep it the same. Okay, there's a little peak and valley. Okay, now a little stronger towards the middle, towards that horizon line. I'll make it nice and thick in there. I can go ahead and do that across the whole thing. So make that nice and thick right there. Okay, but as I go down, it's not going to be as solid. It's not going to be as pure, as solid as it is up here. Okay, on the bottom side, it's going to be a little more dissipated. Sounds like the right word, but I don't know if it is. But let's say dissipated. All right, here we go. Okay. So it's a mirrored image there. But on the bottom, we're keeping a little bit more, you know, distorted because of water. Take me. Here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we go. There's our image. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Last thing we want to do, take a shot, probably. We probably want to take a shot. We'll get a little more shot. So far, Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite Potter film. Potter. Let's get, but I'm liking Harry Potter. I haven't seen any of them. I'm 33 years old. To answer your question from earlier, I read the first Harry Potter book when I was in 6th grade. You know, that very first one when it came out. I think I was in 6th grade. I remember I read it and I was like, lame. Dumb, am I right? And everyone else was like, no, we love this. This is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, guess I'm just a contrarian. But anyway, I never really watched them after that. And so that's why I never watched them. But watching them now, pretty cool. I'm all in. I like them. Pretty dope. Okay, medium flat brush. That's what we're on to now. Wash it out really good. So we want to get light purple now. Okay, so black and light purple. Surprise, surprise, don't make a good light purple color. Black fucks everything up. Oh, you know what? Didn't count again. Not counting my shots. Okay, wash that brush out. Excuse me. Alright, let's take our light purple. Not too light. Not as light of purple as we used in the clouds. A little bit darker, so a little more purple than white than we used in the last one. There we go. Okay, now we got some purple. What we're going to do here is now we're going to use this to vaguely outline. Now, I'm going to give myself like, you know, 3 nostril hairs worth of length there, width. And I'm going to kind of bring this, it can be as loose or as, you know, exact as you want it. Oh yeah, oh there we go. There we go. There's our painting for today. Now, last thing you want to do is sign your painting, paint that bottom edge. Let's take our little baby brush, get some of that light purple, and give ourselves a nice sign. Imagine you're Harry Potter and go, Patronus, Sinus, my name is. Expecto Patrono. Spelliamos. Okay, there we go. Now let's paint our bottom edge. Get some black paint. Where's my black paint? There it is. Paint that bottom edge. Save bottom edge for last.
I've been running for a while. Keep 100 on my name while I'm running every season. I just never been a lame running my
There we go. There's our painting for today. This is Sunset, Ohio. Now, you're going to see some chalk lines in there, okay? Now, chalk lines will come off. You want to let your painting dry before you can wipe those chalk lines off. However, if it's not dry, you lick your finger, take a wet paper towel and wipe. You'll smear some stuff, so wait till it's totally dry. I would wait till like tomorrow and then wipe it all off, you know? No rush. Okay, let's see who won today's, let's see who won the trivia question. I'm looking for the correct answer because there's a clear correct answer, okay? Alright. Got some answers here. I'm going to put the trivia question back up. Again, the Met Gala's there tonight. A lot of people were there. Who wore the shirt, no pants, look better? Question. I'm a big fashionista, okay?
Pack it up tonight's Chris, putting my dreams on my disc. Swish, gamble the life, and I'm a kid in the night, and I'm holding right on to my niche.
Okay.
Flip a baton till it's 6 in the morning. I'm an alien in my stitch. Avion, fly shit.
The correct answer was Winnie the Pooh. Just B. Alright. The correct answer is actually Rocco, but no one guessed Rocco. Can you believe that? No one guessed Rocco from Rocco in My Life. Second was definitely Winnie the Pooh. So Jakarta was the first one to say that. So Jakarta, you win a free painting. Look, Winnie the Pooh was more than just a fashion icon. Okay? Winnie the Pooh was one of the best philosophers of our time. Okay? If you look at his postmodernist theories on existentialism, you'll see that. Listen, Winnie the Pooh, clearly back. Now, first, obviously, Wacko. I mean, if it's clear, blue shirt, red hat, blue and red. Obvious. He's obviously dichotomizes the blue and red political spectrum in America beyond everything. But no one guessed Wacko, so we're going clearly. It's Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Donald Duck's a hack. Okay. Donald Duck's just a dirty bastard. All right. Anyone who guessed Donald Duck is clearly a fascist. Okay. We're not even going to talk about Donald Duck, okay, Purdy? Thank you. But, congratulations to Jakarta. First one to guess Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. His real name was actually Winnie the Shit. And because of, clearly censorship and, again, Disney... Winnie the Shit was actually the greatest fashion icon of our time. So congratulations to everyone who watched. Thank you for watching. Again, follow, like, or don't. Whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm drunk, and this has been another episode of National Geographic. And till next time, don't bite off more than you can fuck or something, okay? Bye, everybody. Mikey, send me your address, you piece of shit. Okay, bye, everybody.